But Toplin and that Fong was a whole different story. It just changed the demeanor of the stream. I was just watching it. I'm like, man, I'm glad I don't have to play it. I'm glad I don't have to play Toplin at all. I didn't get to see Kaiser's run as much. I saw a little bit of Just the Kid trying to snipe that out, but there was a lot. There was definitely a lot.
Yo, production doing a lot right now. What does that say, Vicious?
Ultra David says, yo, is that Street Fighter 6 professional voice actor Jeremy Vicious? Yes, David. I appreciate y'all. Hey, man, a lot of the love and support has been coming in. Like I'm not used to it. I know it's not about me.
Give him his flowers.
It's always about the CPT and the players, which is what we're always about. But I do appreciate the love and support, guys. People in the chat are going to be like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Let's move on to the matches. I get it, but I do want to say thank you guys first and foremost. Capcom giving me the opportunity. You guys also praising me up. I appreciate that big time. It's been a dream come true. I'm still on cloud nine about it. I'm choking up a little bit. I cried at my desk, not gonna lie. But anyways, we'll talk about that another time
we love this guy.
Over on the stream. Kaiser versus Toplin is exactly what we came to see, right? Luke versus Fong. And I think that's gonna be pretty interesting, right? There's gonna be a moment where Luke is gonna be running rampant. That's happening right now. But what happens when it comes up against someone like Fong? Like, Fong actually does a pretty decent job going around what Luke has, in my opinion, because, again, Fong players have evolved over time to take on whoever the hell comes in their path.
That's true.
And I think there's a lot of tools that Fong may have to stop stuff like Sandblaster, to stop things like any sort of plus pressure with V reversals, right? Even EX Command Dash to get out of the corner and reset the situation.
Stuff.
I don't know what Luke is going to have in store against Poison that stacks up, a very versatile fireball game, and the traps and the zoning. So, quote-unquote zoning.
Quote-unquote zoning. Well, let's see what the zoner has to say. Toplin himself. Toplin says, all I need to do is believe every move is plus on block. Listen.
With hair like that? For sure.
Yeah, look at that.
I like that.
Everything looks
a little bit of the waves.
A little bit of the waves. I like that belief. If you believe, it can happen. And sometimes they may let you keep taking back your turns. But honestly, Fang is a character of a lot of plus frames in general. So it just kind of happens out.
I think
it kind of happens like that.
Fong has a lot of great tools in his kit when it comes to the normals department. I think his normals are pretty solid. It didn't lead to a lot of damage before. There was a lot of inconsistencies in connecting into big damage, knockdowns, Oki, etc. But they've balanced that out. I think Fong was one of the bigger winners of this patch, and I think right now he's in a very, very solid spot. And I do think he's a little tough to play. There's a lot of situations that you have to understand, but I think his offensive pressure and his mix-ups are phenomenal.
They're ridiculous. We saw that at CEO. We saw that at Combo Breaker, Mono, and stuff like that. You have a template to copy from.
I'm still waiting for someone to hit in the corner. There's a situation where you would get like a crush counter knockdown, Rio Benda, neutral jump, forward fierce to get the last minute mix. I hate that mix-up so much because I put it into the lab and I'm like, there's no shot of this correctly. Absolutely no shot because they're literally timing when they do the fierce, right? So it's rough.
Well, then we'd be rough. You have to set up shop to get this done, and Luke might prevent that. So one thing I want to see is Kaiser's zoning game plan, or he'll just dash underneath the fireballs before they become a problem or a threat.
Ooh. I like this from Kaiser so far. Pretty aggressive, too, because he caught Toplin slipping.
Yeah, lock him down. Sweet, yeah.
Oh, you better get out of there. Oh, he waited forever. Kaiser was actually looking for something else, actually. That was a charge flash while in V-skill. So I don't know why he stopped trying to press the buttons there, but it's not going to matter at the moment. Here we go. And look at the extra damage is coming in from the poison.
The chase down the V-ship. You so smart. Optic forward heavy punch. Gets the crush. EX keeps him in the corner.
No anti-air!
Where was it? The crouching medium kick has so much range. So strange to not see that.
And that
was in the corner.
That was directly above him. He could have done crouching heavy punch if he wanted to.
Crouching heavy punch. Crouching medium kick. Would have did it. V-ship.
So smart from Kaiser. And that's like... Yeah, it's so hard to tell what to do against someone like Fong when it comes to the counter crouch kicks because it leaves him plus, right? He could even do it into another sequence. We've seen Mono utilize that plenty of time. But Kaiser using that V-ship in an expert manner. Good reactions too to even do that.
Kaiser now bleeding some of that health, but he could be leading. All he needs is a few hits. Can't stock up for free. Crush. Stuns rising. Toplin in there. Yo, show me a mix, baby. EXTP denies it. Crush medium kick off the backboard. He's been in bar to go far. He wants that corner send situation and the activation. Oh my god.
Not quite dead yet. One more trigger, actually. Yeah, it just stops right there. So he could bully from full screen, build up more trigger if he wanted to, and just let it rip. Oh!
Overhead.
Man, that hurts. I like that a lot. But look at how, I mean, look how close it could have been. There was a sequence where Toplin actually had corner momentum against Kaiser and had missed one anti-air situation. I'm just going to say, like, Luke is a bad man, but I think there was a chance for Toplin more times in that round in favor for him instead of like Luke.
I agree, and I also think that at this point Toplin can gain a little bit of that data and just try to wait for some of these ETPs to fly for free. At this point, you understand that Kaiser wants to get out.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cross up.
Look at the damage.
Ooh. They said this was okay. Capcom, y'all said this was okay.
There was no meter involved. No meter. Oh my God, we're talking about the mix. Look at that. Crush counter. Stun is there. The poison's adding up. He's big chilling. It's an overhead territory.
They go for it. Heavy punch. It's activation. Kaiser. Goes for the
he
overhead.
actually
Damage.
into it.
Yo, that damage doesn't matter. EX Sleeves comes through in the clutch top with that distance to do it.
That was actually kind of funny. Toplin was standing before the overhead hit, and then right where the active frames were, he ducked it. It was actually kind of funny. Leo bended us to cover the approach. I like that. No fierce. He had two stand jab counter hit actually. Leo bended the cover. Oh, other side so sneaky.
Right.
Oh, you could actually hit that. If you're crouching, that roundhouse, it's supposed to blow up techs, like delayed tech. That's what that roundhouse is for.
But nothing coming from Toplin. You gotta get these sequences. Never mind. Get
everything coming from Toplin.
Everything coming from Toplin. Toplin's on top of the world right now, and he is able to top out a 1-to-1 to get it done. Toplin giving a lot better job. I feel like also Kaiser's starting to break down a bit in terms of defense. He's panicking a bit. You see the counter hits on the side switch. He'll cross-cut DPs.
Frames too.
On plus frames.
I'm actually very impressed with a lot of the Fong players stepping up to the plate right now, or stepping up to bat. A lot of them have been struggling for so many years.
Suffering. The brothers is suffering. And now, their just rewards as Capcom has buffed this character. Having just light confirms that are dangerous finally helps out this character in terms of defense. The offense is really good. V-shift and V-break about this character. And now we are seeing Toplin and Kaiser on set point.
They benefit so much off of the V-break system. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Look at the plus frames. Kaiser actually gets to walk out of it. Nice work. But, I thought the real thing was still there.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would have been so dirty.
That would have been plus on plus.
There you go, the DP's going to get those anti-airs off the low.
Never did I think I would say that about Fong. Plus on plus?
Plus on plus?
Oh yeah, he tried to catch another. Kaiser tried to catch another delayed button or tech against Toplin.
Toplin's time for the punish. He's ready. Staying steady. There's a viewer first to get some of that poison off, but you're still in the corner.
The thing is, I think you have to condition Toplin. What a time to use the fierce rocket uppercut to go past the projectile. Oh, you're dead. You're dead.
There's a throw in the finish. Toplin on set point. You were talking about the cower crouch, and look at how smart Toplin is in terms of using that. At that distance to let the fireball whiff, and he wouldn't have got hit. Recovered in time to stay fine. Now he's on set point. Oh no!
For
get up!
Second,
get up!
For a split second, I actually thought he was going to dodge. I'm like, that's pretty safe. But that does not happen. That was such a risky play, but it paid off tenfold. Kaiser now trying to stay in control, but no, Toplin is the one establishing all the plus frames. That fierce not going anywhere. But Kaiser now, target combo, the Oki in hot pursuit. Toplin is not going to let this fly. Not going to stay in this corner at all. He's pushing and fighting his way back, but still, that Sand Blaster. Leo Bennett, do not get near me.
Dissipated. And now Kaiser getting into him in the corner. Get back up. At this point, don't need to overextend to get the win. You just throw out those fireballs. At this point, Kaiser, just stay away to play, brother. Oh my God, you knew it was coming. You see the V-bar at the bottom. You gotta run.
We talked about that too. Fong has plenty of ways to get past the Sand Blaster.
Just hitting them.
Same side.
Toplin make the comeback like that, bro. With this character, you a god.
He spends it. Other side. Oh my God. That was actually a very important read from Kaiser. I think that was like the safest way to get out that you could have imagined.
If you went for the HDP, you would have got clipped or normal DP. If you would have mistimed it and would have got smoked for it, I like the jump back jab, and that would game became right around.
Did he press the button? I didn't see counter hit. Unless I'm blind. I think he would. He assumed maybe it was the other side.
Too far for that fierce.
Ooh. Contesting after that knuckle. EX Sleeves barely missing the block, but he's wait for Kaiser, the side switch. Just a raw fierce hitting the mark. I like this now. Kaiser trying to retain control. A little bit of a throw bait there.
I like the interruption. Puts the V-trigger out. Just rule the neutral right here. Stays in front. So yeah, I would have got. Yo, Kaiser blocks it out. Still in the corner with the meek. The trade. Toplin. Easily by Kaiser. Double out the damage. Almost even.
Oh, he has the fist ready. You got to charge up the V-skill. He does have trigger one.
Oh, you thought from the back door is not Domino's. Top win. In the scramble situation says, listen, I like it over easy. Takes it over Kaiser.
That was actually kind of nuts. That was actually kind of nuts. You had the flying Fong, first and foremost. Kaiser thought he could snipe that out with the rocket uppercut. It was a little short, significantly short, but what made it worse is that Toplin clipped him mid-air and got him into the cower crouch. Like, even if you guessed wrong, or no, sorry, even if you guessed correctly, you would be hitting a plus frame situation for either throw, a tick throw, a low normal, or instant overhand.
So you still be caught in a mix. And that's the great thing about Toplin. Being as you have pointed out, a seasoned player of the Fong group has been suffering for so long. These minute decisions, you've already labbed, you've been in the lab with, you've had to take them to be solid, and even less so now that your character's stronger. Look at this Toplin, just so smart in the matchup. You can tell he's studious, and honestly, I'm not sure if Kaiser has had a lot of matchup experience against Fong. Maybe this season more, because you see a lot more of the Fong players, but even before, though.
No, I mean, I think he probably has. I think it's just the transition into Luke. A lot of the players have been kind of not necessarily jumping ship full onto Luke, but there's just something that's said when it comes to match familiarity. If you're piloting a different character,
that's a good point.
It is a significant difference.
Right,
but again,
right.
The numbers will never tell the tale correctly. I think Toplin again did a fantastic job of securing that win over Kaiser, and a lot of folks in the chat were like, "What is this guy talking about? Luke over Fong? That's Luke free." But it really depends, man. It really does depend. Like, you have Toplin, who is an experienced veteran with his character.
Right.
Kaiser, you can't necessarily say that's an experienced veteran when it comes to the character because it just came out, right?
Couple months.
So it is what it is. Toplin taking it down 2-1, establishing himself a position into top 8, along with Boomy, along with Rocky. And it's been pretty exciting so far, right? 2-0s, despite, or albeit pretty close. Toplin, pretty much the same story. Very, very close on both ends. It could have been either man's game. But as it stands right now, we have our first 3 matches established already.
This has already been a sick top 16. We're not even close to being done at all.
Not at all, yeah.
Not
we still
at
have
all.
so much more to go through.